The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Running inside, it's Benjamin. Still on his feet at the 35. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Across the 45. There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Oh, and you hear this stadium erupting. This crowd at home, they're just waiting to feed off of an explosive play, and they get one right there from their quarterback, doing a tremendous job on the scramble, outstanding individual effort, and just the decibel level in this place has just gone up a bit.
Touchdown, Hokies! Great job by the back on the option. First touchdown of the game in Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the ground inside, it's Benjamin. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Here's Moore to throw. Got a man, it's Benjamin. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab on the left. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. And to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Here's the pressure. And down he goes.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Moore. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first.
Behind the line, it's Benjamin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now it's easier on the next down.
Moore from the gun on third down. And it's incomplete on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And so after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up second and long. Moore with the play fake. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. The play-action fake. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The run inside. It's Benjamin.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore swings it out to his running back. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Moore. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go play action with Moore. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you've better be able to throw that pigskin.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Pulls it in, it's Eakin. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Running inside, it's Benjamin. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25. And the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Finds his big tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good.
Might have a chance. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Benjamin. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll pull it down. Slings it downfield. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. A low line drive and short kick. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Unloads quickly. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick release by the QB. Snags it and he's open. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Run in the red zone, it's Benjamin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Moore to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the... Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Lynch. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Working that left side now. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Makes the quick grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Now on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Benjamin. And they're able to make the tackle.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
And we don't always talk about the third part of the football game, but offense, defense, special teams, this is a huge shot in the arm. Their offense has struggled all game long. You force the fumble, give them good field position. Maybe this is the spark they needed.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Here comes the heat. Quick completion on the out route. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They called their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last timeout when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking, I don't necessarily love that call.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this will be for the win. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. The throw. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They jump on top here in OT.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Moore. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Red pass, it's complete.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down, Moore. Can't make the grab. The desperation fourth down play, and this one is over. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hokies ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The give out of the gun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Give to the back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Pressure coming. And they got it. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power.
And the defense gets loose. And the Hokies will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First and 10 for the offense. Look out. He's got room. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Benjamin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Jennings. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Edwards. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Throwing Reed. Here's a heat. Plucks it out of the air. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand, they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times.
Hauls it in down the sideline. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Edwards. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football, and you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. Under fire. He won't have enough for the first down. The Hokies will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. One final play before the end of the quarter. Reed. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Watkins. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Buffaloes! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
For this offense, it was a bit of a feeling out process there in the first quarter, just trying to find the rhythm and find any holes in the defense they could. Here in the second quarter, they're getting aggressive. They found the matchup they wanted to take advantage of. One-on-one, the quarterback and his target link up for a huge score to finally get on the board.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Play action with Reed. Finds the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They want to run this quarterback. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Buffaloes will try to convert on 4th down. Reed to throw for it on 4th. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Reed to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Back to throw, it's Reed. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Reed. Looking for a big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He wants to take the top off, and he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Colorado. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Colorado 14, Virginia Tech 0.
On the move from inside his own 20. He'll be stopped on the return right at the 30-yard line and helped out this offense a few extra yards in field position. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Lets it go. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And it's a sack. Virginia Tech wants to take a moment. They call their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it down the right side. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. from the red zone. He's going to throw it. And it's picked off for the third time today.